Hello guys, and welcome back to Cinema Movie Recaps. Today we're looking at an American supernatural horror movie called Countdown. Spoilers alert, grab your popcorn and enjoy. A group of teenagers attend a party and they all play drinking games. They're having a lot of fun talking about their lives when they discover an app called Countdown, which seemingly predicts when the user will die. Courtney is pressured by the group to download the app, thinking that it's just a normal harmless game. We almost had our faith in humanity restored when she started reading the terms, but she just ignored them and accepted without reading. She finds out she has only 3 hours and 22 minutes left. Not giving it too much thought, everybody at the party continues to have fun. Courtney and Evan, her boyfriend, leave, but she decided to walk home, instead of getting into the car with her drunk boyfriend driving. At that moment, the app sends her a notification, telling her she just broke the user agreement and has 7 minutes left. She calls it a stupid thing and runs home. The app starts making awful noises, so she turns off her phone. However, before the countdown reaches 0, her phone boots up and the app shows her she has only 8 seconds left. An unknown entity pulls her up on the ceiling and then drops her like it's hot on the floor, which leads to her smashing her head on the bathtub, dying instantly. Her boyfriend, Evan, crashes his car into a tree and sees a log going through the passenger's seat, revealing the initial way Courtney should have died. Quinn, a nurse working at the hospital where Evan gets his surgery, tries to comfort him about what happened. Evan shows her the app, which says he will die during the surgery, but she dismisses it, telling him the app is probably created by some loser in his basement. However, she ends up downloading the app, accepts the user agreement and sees that she only has 2 more days to live. She then goes to her dad's home to look for her birth certificate for some paperwork at the hospital, and finds her little sister, Jordan, hiding in the closet with her boyfriend, Joe. Their father wakes up and invites Quinn to go with him and Jordan at their mother's grave and lay some flowers. Quinn accepts and leaves. Meanwhile, Evan sees he has only 3 minutes left and wants to leave, but the notification tells him he broke the user agreement. He notices a strange entity following him and hides. However, a demonic version of Courtney finds him and drops him like it's hot, when the countdown reaches 0. Quinn finds out and decides to investigate Evan's phone. She heads to the morgue because she needs his eyes to unlock the phone. Quinn manages to access the app and sees that the countdown reached 0. She gets scared and calls her father to cancel the plan for Saturday, telling him she has to work. However, she immediately gets the strange notification that she broke the agreement. She gets back to work, and like her day wasn't already bad enough, she gets sexually assaulted by Sullivan, a doctor who works with her. Quinn finishes her shift and heads home, where she proceeds to look for more information regarding the strange app. She finds more similar stories online, but they are all regarded as fake. Right when she closes her computer, she sees a demonic Evan in front of her, and probably pees her pants. Quinn breaks her phone and leaves her house, spending the night in her car. Her little sister wakes her up the next day and finds her smashed phone turned on, with the countdown on the screen. Jordan leaves and Quinn goes to a shop to buy a new phone to get rid of the app. However, the app appears again on the new phone shortly after she buys it. Just before she leaves the parking lot, she sees a demonic figure on her rear camera in the car, but when she looks outside, the figure disappears. Thinking it's just in her head, she checks the camera again, just to see the demonic figure is gone. However, it attacks Quinn from the backseat, which leads to her reversing her car into another man's vehicle. The man gets angry and starts yelling at Quinn, but Matt runs out of the store and scares the man away. After that, Matt shows Quinn he has the app as well, and has less than 20 hours to live. They go to a bar to find out more about their experiences and try to read the user agreement, thinking there might be something that tells them how to stop it. The only way to read the agreement is to install the app on someone else's phone, so they trick a drunk man to download it. They find out that the app states that the users have to accept the terms of their fate, and both of them realize they cancelled a trip with their families and have broken the agreement. Quinn and Matt go to find answers to the hospital's priest, but he sends them to their app exorcist, because apparently they have those now. Before they leave the hospital, Matt heads over to the toilet. While washing his hands, he gets attacked by the demonic version of his little brother. Meanwhile, Quinn is taken by the head nurse to a meeting where Sullivan tells everyone that she sexually assaulted him. Quinn gets angry because she knows it's the other way around, tells everyone her version of the story and storms out of the room. They leave and go to Father John, the app exorcist expert. They enter a room in the church where they find the most underground, rap-thirsty priest and start asking him questions. The priest tells them an old story about an old gypsy lady who showed a prince a manuscript with the exact time of his death. Because the prince changed his fate and sent his little brother to fight the war, the demon, Ozin, came to torment him until his time was up. Scared, they decide to hack the app, so they go to the guy Quinn bought the phone from to help them. They bribe the man and he accepts to help the two. They get into the app where they find the countdowns of all the people, plus some text written in Latin. The man finds out he can add time, and before changing Quinn's, she sees her little sister also downloaded the app, so she urges the man to add time to her sister, Jordan, first and after that to them. Relieved, Quinn and Matt go back to her apartment so they can stay together this night. They leave the lights on, chat a bit about their life stories and go to sleep. However, in the middle of the night, the lights go off and Quinn sees a strange shadow outside the room. She tries to wake up Matt, who was hugging her, just to see Matt entering the room. She freaks out and sees their app went back to the original countdown. Meanwhile, Jordan encounters the demonic figure of her dead mother and runs out of the house. She meets Quinn and Matt and they run to Father John. The priest discovers there is a curse inside the app and the only way to break the curse is to keep one of them alive longer than they should be. All of them draw a circle out of salt and paint in the basement. Their clock is ticking, so they enter the blessed circle together with the priest, who starts saying prayers. Jordan sees the demon but it cannot reach them because the circle works. The app starts making noises, but Matt is the only one who doesn't hear it. He is lured out of the circle by his dead little brother and dragged out of the room, into the street. Quinn leaves the circle as well and runs to help Matt. Because when you know that's the only place that can keep you alive, why not run out of it? Jordan follows her but gets stuck in some shelves. Quinn arrives outside to see a happy Matt who believes they beat the demon because it let him go, but he is hit by a truck and dies right when he was supposed to. Quinn rushes Jordan to the hospital to treat her wounds and sees she has only 18 minutes left. Determined to beat the app's game, Quinn bakes up a plan to kill Sullivan before his time is up, which will break the curse. Therefore, she goes into his office to seduce him, and lures him into an abandoned wing of the hospital. She attacks him, and right before she manages to inject a fatal dose of morphine, Jordan stops her and the doctor gets dragged away by the demon, which saves him. Quinn finds Sullivan and they engage into a fight. Sullivan is saved again by the demon, who throws Quinn away. Meanwhile, Ozin prepares to kill Jordan, but Quinn sacrifices herself by overdosing on drugs. Ozin, trying to stop her, shows Quinn a vision of her dead mother. However, Quinn proceeds to inject the drugs, killing herself before her time is up. This breaks the curse and Ozin turns into ashes. Jordan rushed over to her sister and she notices the word Narcan written on her arm. Jordan injects the Narcan into Quinn's arm and manages to save her sister. After everything is over, Quinn goes to her mother's grave with her sister and father. Before they leave, Quinn received a notification which says that Countdown app has received a software update. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Until the next one, watch out and take care.